Hello, hello, hello to my party people out there in Radio Land. Welcome to this week's transmission. Ouch. Um, so this week's topic is the dangers of instant manifestation. So, we are living in a time where the vibration of the entire earth, the entire collective human vibration is being raised, right? You see that in the kids, you see it in how they are being born so wise and so advanced and so ready for action. You see it in our world and how things are shaking out, right? The universe and the earth is cleansing itself. If you noticed, it may seem like things are getting worse on some levels, but that is usually how it goes. If you do your research historically, you will see things. A lot of times they have to get worse before they get better, right? Some things have to burn. It's like the phoenix in order to prosper, right? And so that's why you have some farmers, they burn their fields, right? So that you can speed up the regeneration of the soil, right? And the grass and things like that. The wildfires that happen naturally, things like that. So, and of course, and then there's you go and you take medicine for an ailment and the doctor will say, well, it's going to get worse before it gets better, but it is getting better, right? Because sometimes that's how the shakeout happens. So all of that is to say, things are definitely changing, right? Things are definitely shifting. We are all manifesting instantly. So if you pay attention to the last month of your life, or even 2 months since the eclipses of this summer, you will realize that when you think something, it happens very quickly. So just take a moment to think about that, even if it was big or small. Maybe you wanted a parking space. Maybe you wanted a ticket to appear, right? Maybe you were trying to buy tickets to an event and they were sold out, and somebody, on the street was like, "Oh, I got an extra ticket," or something like that. Or you had a taste for some type of food, and all of a sudden you saw an advertisement for it outside or stuff like that. That's manifestation, even if it wasn't a direct manifestation of exactly what you wanted. In some form, it manifested, right? You thought something, you thought about a song, and then you heard it on the radio, right? That's happening for everybody. You thought about a person, and then they called you. That's what's happening. Now, with that energy, it is important for you to know how to navigate through it, right? Maneuver through that your enhanced abilities, because when you are able to manifest instantly, you might end up in situations where you are presented with karmic situations that you have overcome, right? Or that you are expected to overcome, but that you keep recreating for yourself, right? You force yourself into in a perpetual loop, right? With this oxymoron, I guess, or that's redundant, perpetual loop. A loop is perpetual. You get what I'm saying? But you force yourself into these repetitive situations that you think are divinely ordained, and they are not. You are just manifesting them. And because we are in a time where everybody's manifesting instantly, you just keep creating it over and over again, right? Or you think that you're stuck in a cycle, or you think that you're cursed, and you're not. And you just don't realize that you're recreating it, right? So, again, going back to last week's transmission, the universe will test you. That is a fact. People say, well, no, the universe loves you. It doesn't want, to see you suffer. And we talked about that. Of course it don't. But you will be tested before you are able to go to the next level. That happens in regular life. Why wouldn't it happen on a spiritual level? Right? Not just, outside of schools. You are tested with everything that you do if you want to achieve greater. So let's say I'm thinking about Muhammad Ali for some reason, but with him and how he was stripped of his license to box, right? After he stood up against social injustices, refused to be drafted, into Vietnam, right? So he had to fight, right? Not in a literal sense, to get back his ability to fight. Now that's irony for you, right? Even when he lost the match to Frazier, right? When he lost that, he had to fight to get it back, right? He won the second time, but he lost the first time, right? So the universe doesn't just deliver either. That's not how life works. You always have to prove yourself. If you are in corporate America, if you're an artist, aspiring singer, dancer, writer, dentist, doctor, you have to prove yourself, right? You will be tested on every level. So spiritually, these things happen as well. You go through karmic situations, and we are all going through a time where we are cleansing karmic debt. Everybody is. That's just the phase of life right now, right? But that means that everybody is also being tested. So for example, let's say you got rid of a bad habit. Let's say you used to smoke or something, and now you're like, I don't smoke anymore. I'm so glad. And because that was no longer in your vibration, you didn't hang around smokers. You didn't see no advertisements, right? Because we talked about that, right? You attract what you put out. And you're like, okay, perfect. But now all of a sudden, after months of not having, seen a cigarette nowhere, now all of a sudden it's like everywhere you go, somebody's smoking. You see an advertisement for it. You see, cigarette butts on the ground. You see just everything in cartoons and food. You're like, what the heck? How am I putting out this vibration when I thought I was done with this, right? And now the temptation is coming, and you're like, all these months I, didn't have to worry about this. How am I putting this out? When I didn't even want a cigarette. Like, what's going on? Is it subconscious? No, it's not. It's the universe making sure that your resolve is still strong. Once you have proven yourself, then life opens up and you go to the next level, to where even if you're tempted, right, you're not, you don't fall for it, right? And so you said, but why would the universe do that? Well, obviously to make you stronger, but because you're going to the next level. Maybe the next level for your journey is going to lead you to a situation where you're going to go to the next level on one aspect of your life. So let's say career, but that's also going to make you have to confront other aspects of your life that you have overcome. So let's say smoking. So let's say you're about to get a big job, a big promotion in your field, right? But you don't know that. The universe knows. So now all of a sudden, even though you don't smoke no more, haven't seen any cigarettes, everybody around you is smoking, right? And you have to get through that, so that when you get this promotion, right, and you will be around all these people who smoke, you won't feel tempted, right? But you can possibly know that at the moment. The universe knows that. Your higher self knows that. That's why that happens. Everything happens for a reason. So that's why these things happen. You are tempted to make sure that you're really done with them. The same goes for past jobs, past relationships, things like that, right? They don't necessarily come back around. Some do, obviously, to be rectified, but a lot of times they don't. And you think that, people resurface in your life for reasons because, it must be meant, right? Even though this person was toxic, now that they've just appeared back in my life, I can't get rid of them. I can't stop thinking about them, despite the fact that they haven't shown me that they've changed, right? Then there must be a sign from the universe that it's meant for me to really stick this thing out. No, it's not. You're just being tested, right? To make sure that you're done, right? Make sure that all that temptation is over, so that you can prove that you are ready and worthy of being transported to the next level. Otherwise, you could end up doing more damage to yourself than good when you're transported to the next level. So going back to my previous example, okay, with the promotion, now you're around all these people who smoke. Maybe the stress that comes with that job and being around the temptation to smoke now pushes you to a situation to where you pick up cigarettes again, and it becomes a habit so strong that you're worse off than when you started, when you just had your, before the promotion, when you didn't smoke, right? That's why the universe does that. And so then that promotion ends up ruining you, right? That's not how it goes. The universe doesn't want that. The universe wants you to be abundant. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to have the promotion and to, be done with smoking or whatever your habit is, whatever karmic debt that you've repaid. So that's why these things happen, right? There's a reason for it. All of that is to say, be careful what you think. Be careful of your thoughts. Be careful of what you are manifesting, because all of it ain't for your consumption. All of it ain't for you to relive over and over and over again. Some lessons are meant to be learned and to be triumphed over. So just because you trip over a crevice in the sidewalk once doesn't mean that you're not going to walk down that same sidewalk again. It just means that the next time you do, you'll be aware of it and you'll be able to just skip right over that crevice. See what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Love, live, light, laughter. Bye.